Whether you're watching the football or the latest blockbuster, for my money, a big TV needs to provide a truly cinematic viewing experience. The question is, though, do you need to spend a lot of money on a premium model, or will you get the same experience from a budget TV? To find out, I'm putting two gigantic tellies to the test. Our premium choice is from LG. It has a 75-inch 4K screen and a 120Hz refresh rate for smooth video. But this big TV comes with a big price tag, nearly 1,800 quid. Going up against the LG is our budget option from HISENSE. It too has a 75-inch screen which boasts 4K. But while it might be massive, the price tag isn't. It costs less than half the price at just £749. To test our TV's capabilities, I want some truly spectacular footage. So I've come to the Bear Grylls Adventure in Birmingham to meet a lady who knows a thing or two about shooting great-looking content. Gail Jenkinson is a highly respected underwater camera operator whose resume includes some of the best-known nature programmes on TV.
Hello.
Gail, hello.
Hey, John.
Great to see you.
Sorry about that, a bit wet.
No problem. How long have you been shooting underwater video?
Oh, probably about 20 years. I started diving and then I thought, all these beautiful creatures that you can see, these deserve a camera on them. I get to spend my time in their environment and then come out and put it on people's TVs.
And for Gail, it can be incredibly disappointing when poor quality televisions don't do justice to the footage she's shot.
It's a bit of a shame that you spend all this time and effort making the colour, contrast just right. You go into somebody's house or in a hotel and you see the film and you just, oh, that's not what I saw.
So, for our first test, we want our expert to tell us which of our tellies is better at handling colour and contrast. Gail has spent the morning filming a whole host of underwater shots in the shark tank, which offers a unique range of subtly differentiated colours and shades. So, what will the results look like on these two gigantic screens? First up, we're looking to see how both handle colour.
Seeing quite a difference.
There is quite a surprising difference. At the moment, the TVs are on their default settings.
Right. Is that so? They're both out of the box?
Out the box.
OK.
I mean, the first thing I notice is that the HISENSE is more saturated.
Yeah. This seems more realistic on the LG to me.
The premium LG can produce over 1 billion different colours, and its nanocell technology aims to give improved colour accuracy.
It's a bit richer, isn't it, the LG? I think it's got a little bit more depth, I'm going to say slightly to it.
Unlike the LG, the budget HISENSE doesn't have any specialist colour tech built in.
I would say
Right.
it feels a little bit too punchy.
So, when it comes to producing the most realistic pictures, the LG comes out on top.
From what I saw in the tank with the fish, it's a pretty true representation.
Next, we move on to contrast. Good contrast gives a punchy picture while retaining detail in the darkest and brightest areas. The silvery bits of the silverfish look slightly nice. Slightly more
Just,
realistically, richly
the
silvery
scales.
on the LG.
Yeah.
Just slightly. But also, you do seem to get more detail in the LG shadows.
I think there's probably a bit more going on in the screen.
Yeah, it's going on, more going on.
Yeah.
While both sets come with high dynamic range tech, the LG has Active HDR, a technology which aims to further enhance the increased contrast HDR brings. Can the HISENSE's standard HDR keep up? The HISENSE is a little grainier.
Might be a little bit lacking in the shadows in the HISENSE, but
Still, they're both pretty good, though.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think they're pretty similar.
Oh. So, while the LG impressed with its dynamic contrast, the cheaper HISENSE wasn't left behind. For our final test, we're moving our screens into the deepest, darkest depths of the aquarium to recreate that true cinema experience and see which TV is best for movie night. Now, the obligatory popcorn, of course. We're going to play Underwater, a loud, action-packed 4K Hollywood blockbuster. And having barely got past the opening credits, it's immediately clear our premium TV is delivering a premium picture.
Oh, the picture on the LG, I just think is
Much
really
better.
superior.
Yeah, it is.
Smoother, not such jumps in the contrast.
Much more detail in the shadows on the LG.
Yeah, and the HISENSE. It looks quite digital.
While the LG's picture is clearly superior, its built-in local dimming tech, which claims to change brightness in different parts of the screen, is struggling in the darkest areas. You do get a bit of bloom from the backlight, though, don't you?
Yeah, well, in this bottom bar, that's quite annoying.
Next, we move on to sound. Starting with the premium LG. Seems to me the LG has quite a nice, rounded, quite bassy sound, although I feel the vocals aren't penetrating particularly well. A perhaps surprising discovery, given the LG comes equipped with Clear Voice Pro, a feature designed to improve dialogue. Let's see how the HISENSE's speakers compare. They're rated at 30 watts, 10 watts less than the LG. It's a much harsher sound.
All of it, as kind of the picture's a bit harsher, the sound's harsher.
So when it comes to sound, the premium LG takes it. Finally, we're going to look at which TV gives the best viewing angles. Handy if you're stuffed up the far end of the sofa, viewing from an extreme position. They both fall off a bit from the centre.
A little, but, you know, if I'm sitting all the way over here in the living room, I can still okay.
And the LG is still the stronger picture, isn't it, even when you're off-centre? So, after our day of thorough TV testing, we seem to have a definitive result.
It is quite clear that the LG's superior. A bit more sophisticated in the contrast, the colour.
Yes.
You know, it's a more sophisticated sound.
I think, for me, the LG is worth the extra.
Yes.
Yes.
I think so. For such a good viewing experience, you can really see the difference.